Finally, this power belongs to me. I've waited a long time for this. The cursed seal on Mitsuki's heart worked just as I planned. Now I can use Sage Mode myself, and I've even managed to alter it.
The Cursed Seal allows Orochimaru to be reborn in anyone who possesses this power. The seal works similarly to karma and was first shown in the Naruto anime. We know that Orochimaru placed his mark on Mitsuki's heart, but for what purpose? Is it to be reborn, or is there some other secret behind it? Enjoy watching. If you've watched the Boruto anime, the arc where Onoki created artificial humans with the help of one of the scientists, you may have noticed that Mitsuki has a cursed seal on his heart. For those who might have forgotten, let me remind you that it serves as an anchor for Orochimaru's soul and contains the serpent's genes so that he can reincarnate at any moment. I think it's no secret that the cursed seal was created by the serpent based on karma. I've made many videos about this already. But what does this mean? Does Orochimaru plan to reincarnate in Mitsuki? But why? At the time when Orochimaru helped Sasuke revive the four Kage, he acquired the body of White Zetsu, enhanced with Hashirama's cells. Even Tobirama noticed this when the serpent managed to suppress his power and prevent him from breaking free. Additionally, by releasing the third Hokage from the Death God's seal, Orochimaru was able to regain the use of his arms. At that moment, he had already become incredibly powerful. Not only did he regain his ability to use jutsu, but he also acquired the cells of White Zetsu, which contained a portion of Hashirama's strength. In Boruto, we learn that the serpent spends all his time in the laboratory, creating artificial humans, one of whom is Mitsuki himself. But before creating his beloved son, he had failures, beings who couldn't withstand the full power he wanted to pass on to them. And according to the information we have, the serpent was always striving for Sage Mode, which we later saw Mitsuki achieve. But if we look at the power Orochimaru is currently displaying, it's safe to say that Mitsuki's Sage Mode is not something he actually needs. In one of the episodes where Victor created a tree from Hashirama's cells, Orochimaru appeared. With a mere wave of his hand, he disintegrated Victor's assistant, and when he fought Victor himself, he deliberately let his arm be hit to demonstrate to his opponent how insignificant his achievements in regeneration were. In just a few seconds, the serpent regrew his arm. Later, he even managed to destroy the artificial divine tree. We know that the cursed seal works similarly to karma. When someone is reborn in their vessel, they can use not only their own techniques, but also the power of the vessel. Following this logic, everything becomes clear. Despite the level of strength Orochimaru has shown, he still wants to obtain Sage Mode, the power he has always dreamed of. As it turns out, Orochimaru is a relative of the great Snake Sage, but he could never subjugate this power for himself. And so, after many experiments, an artificial human was able to achieve the most powerful Sage Mode ever shown to us. Perhaps it is even the only Sage Mode that comes with an energy cloak. From this, we understand that in the future, Orochimaru will eventually reveal his true intentions and reincarnate in Mitsuki. But there is another possibility. The cursed seal on Mitsuki's heart may not serve as a means of reincarnation, but instead as a source of pure power. Thanks to what we've seen with Kawaki and Code, we know that karma is capable of transferring pure power. It is not necessarily required for someone to reincarnate in a vessel, and since the cursed seal is an analog of karma, we can conclude that Orochimaru combined several genes to obtain power surpassing ordinary Sage Mode. I think it's obvious to everyone how similar Mitsuki's Sage Mode is to Toneri's cloak. Knowing how much Orochimaru loves collecting genes, we can infer that a part of the Otsutsuki resides within Mitsuki, and the cursed seal on his heart is not an ordinary one. It contains a power that allows him to use the cloak, just as karma does for Kawaki. Do you remember what form the bearers of the cursed seal took? They transformed into monstrous beings. Orochimaru was able to improve this transformation using Sage Mode and, most likely, the Otsutsuki genes. The power Mitsuki has been using throughout the Boruto anime is nothing more than the cursed seal. By the way, this was a surprise to many, perhaps because some didn't watch all the episodes, and now the mystery remains. What exactly is this cursed seal? Is it an anchor for Orochimaru's reincarnation, or is it a pure power that grants the wielder incredible abilities? Either way, Orochimaru benefits from it. If Mitsuki can develop his abilities to perfection thanks to his genes, the serpent will be able to create countless other versions of Mitsuki. This way, he can endlessly produce new vessels or even create an entire army of Sage Mode users. Orochimaru's evolution runs parallel to Amato's story, as Amato is also creating clones from various genes, granting them unique abilities. So, in the future, we will find out why Mitsuki has a cursed seal on his heart and who Orochimaru truly is, a villain obsessed with gaining power, or a hero who will stand against Amato. I'll be waiting for your comments. Good luck to everyone.